Welcome back on Daybreak, where we have the meats, trademark, copyright. I've got Mark here from Old Major Meats, artisanal meat shop.
Yes.
We're glad to have you here.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Talking charcuterie. Marcus gets to join us for this interview.
Lucky guy.
I know, right? They bring me in on a Saturday. I'm all about the meats. That's good stuff. It smells awesome, right?
Before we get into it, I gotta let viewers know that Mark, you run this meat shop, but you also are an author of the Charcuterie for Dummies book.
Yes.
Can I ask, in there, do you explain how to pronounce charcuterie?
You know, we probably should have done that.
It's
awesome.
That would have been me right there.
And I want to hear how other people have pronounced it.
Oh, it's all kinds of pronunciations. Yeah, it's the easy word to butcher. I don't think
French,
Hoosiers do French very well. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to sell it short.
I was going to try to pronounce like charcuterie. And I've had to learn how to say this working in this industry so much. And beloved Wish TV former anchor Tracy Forner used to just say, can we just call them snickety snacks?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we
default
that meat and cheese board.
Meat and cheese board. And that's the main thing we're looking at here. So for folks who have never had a charcuterie board, you're looking at one now. What are some of the big things that you think people need to know about a charcuterie board?
Yeah, sure. So I think the foundations of your board are going to be your meat and your cheese. Okay, so these are expensive ingredients. Dry cured products and artisanal meats and artisanal cheeses, excuse me, take a lot of time. High cost ingredients that go into them, so they're a little more expensive. So those are that's like your steak, right? And then you've got other things on the board that you're going to use to build it out. So we've got some crackers. You might do some toasted bread. Some jams to go with your cheeses, some other savory items. That's pate right there if you've never had pate.
Pate? Okay.
Yeah,
you go I thought it was mustard, but I'm going to give it a try.
It's all right. Go for it. It's delicious. That's our pork pate with pistachio in it. It's pretty dynamite. So it's all about creating a flavor journey. And so you build your anchor around the expensive ingredients, and then you fill your board out with a bunch of other things. So mixed pickles, some dried fruits, fresh fruits, things like that. Anything that would just, go well together. So
do this.
Need to get on that?
Do this.
All right.
Yeah, the pate is so good and salty.
Yeah.
So what I'm supposed to
So grab you, do this.
Grab
you a cracker, get a little bit of pate, put some mustard, maybe a pickle.
Okay.
And get on it.
Yeah, I've been kind of just eating the pate off of the sausage instead of meat on meat, right?
Yeah. So it's fun, because it's an interactive thing. So if you're having guests over, it's fun where you can kind of choose your own adventure to making a bite. And you can do whatever you want on there, So
it's like a mini buffet.
Well, and to wrench in another fabulous Wish TV former employee, Carla Kreischer, one of our producers, used to make these for kids with cut veggies and cute kid-size things of cheese. And she'd be like, my kids love it because they feel like they're eating at a restaurant, but it's just on a wooden cutting board.
Well, we've got some good friends, Mike and Emily Murphy, and we always get together and eat food. And so the kids come over and they're always like, let's make a charcuterie board. Let's do one for the kids. So what do we call it? We call it a charcuterie.
See?
So when the kids do it, we call it the charcuterie board.
So many things to do with this name.
Right.
Charcuterie.
Oh, that was excellent.
So then we were talking about actually your business and that you've got a lot of these meats. So for folks who they don't want to do it themselves, right? You can explain how to do it yourself with the Marcuses out there.
That's right.
How can they just get all this organized from you yourself?
Sure. So we've got a couple different options. So first of all, we're a virtual meat market. So we make our core go-to is fresh sausages and bacons. We don't actually make dry cured products ourselves. It's just not part of the business we want to get into because of the overhead and all that stuff. But anyways, so what we do is we like to assemble the things that we think are top notch, the stuff that we love to eat, and we offer those for sale on our site. So you can piecemeal something together by going to oldmajormarket.com and just shopping through our charcuterie section. Or you can go to charcuteriekit.com, where we've actually got a big old kit slammed together, and we'll ship it to you anywhere in the country.
So you're the meat guy then, the connection that you need to pull off a tray like this.
Yes, that's
what do you think, Marcus?
It's great.
Yeah?
I have to talk, so I'm going to wait until the commercial break to finish this.
We got to go do a weather tease at some point. Marcus has to take a big bite, and I'll be like, so Marcus, how's it going?
I learned a lot, though. This is great.
Yes,
and where can they get your book, too?
Yeah, so you can get the book online. You can get it at, if there's still bookstores, you can get it at the bookstore. And the cool thing about the book is that if you want to learn how to make the meats, step-by-step process for dry curing your own products, making fresh sausages, we've got recipes in there. Or in the back, if you just want to entertain with it, I'll flip. There's some pretty pictures in there for you, different things that we produce.
Spread.
So
here, I'll even hold it up.
That's what I need.
So when you
pictures are good.
There you go.
Note the day that Marcus admits that he's on the dummy category.
That's right.
Of life.
No problem admitting that.
Yes.
Mark from Old Market Meats. Thank you so. Old Major Meats Markets.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This was fun and delicious.